First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Midday starts now.
Well, good morning to you, and thanks for being here with us here on Fox 10 Midday. I'm Ashley Mitchell, joined by meteorologist Matt Barentine. Kicking things off with a look at the forecast. Super sunny out there today, Matt.
I mean, look at it outside.
We'll take it.
I mean, yeah, it's gorgeous out there. It's going to be a beautiful day. Here we are approaching lunchtime. This will be one of those days where if you have a chance to go have lunch outside, highly suggested. I mean, obviously, because it's just beautiful. So just a really nice day for us. 76 degrees right now in downtown Mobile. So like I said, some outdoor seating, nice restaurant. Yeah, it'd be perfect out there for your lunchtime hour today. It is going to be super nice. I didn't mean to leave the visibility numbers in. We had some fog earlier. Obviously, that's long gone at this point, so we're good. Temperatures in the 70s out there for us. So once again, very pleasant out at the airport in Mobile. 78, 76 in Pensacola. Everybody's doing fantastic right now. So you're about to get out and about, get some things done. It feels fantastic here. Clear skies. We got lots of sunshine. It's going to be beautiful here really throughout the day. The Futurecast is just going to roll here and show us, once again, a whole bunch of nothing. I mean, that's it. I mean, it's just going to be another one of those days where it's going to be pretty much perfectly clear, really nice. Certainly no rain, which is something we need at this point, but it's hard to argue with a day like this. I mean, it is really, really nice. I mean, it does get into the 80s, which is a little warm here for us, warmer than average at this time of year, but the humidity is really low, so it doesn't feel that bad. It doesn't feel all that hot. And then as we go into the evening, you see temperatures start to dip back down. So if you got some plans for tonight, maybe you just got to get out there and mow the yard or something this evening, or before sunset, I should say. You'll be looking pretty good to do that. Just make sure you wear a mask because it's going to get real dusty if you're doing any yard work like mowing or weed whacking or anything like that. Here's what it looks like on the temperatures next few days. It's going to be warm and feeling really good all week long. So it stays really pretty here throughout the week. Low to mid 80s for highs. So staying above average, but we're not going to break any records. We're not going to get that hot. The other thing, of course, is the lack of rain. We do have a small rain chance on Thursday. It's 20%, so obviously it's not going to do much for us. So that's what it looks like here for the next few days. As far as his rain chances, we really need some rain at this point. We'll talk about our opportunities for some coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Matt, thank you. Well, the search continues for a man wanted in connection with a shooting at a horse show in Grand Bay. The Mobile County Sheriff's Office says a man and a woman were shot Saturday, and we're hearing now directly from one of the victims. New drone video shows deputies helping Tiana Phillips and loading her into the back of a truck moments after the gunfire. Deputies say Phillips and another innocent bystander were wounded near Fernland and McGehee Roads. Phillips says after being shot in the leg, she rolled into a ditch for cover and says the first thing on her mind was her children.
I just have to push through because, like I said, I'm a single mother. If I don't do it, it's not going to get done. So I could have easily not made it back to my kids. I just want them to put the guns down.
Phillips tells Fox 10 News the bullet is still in her leg since surgeons could not remove it because of blood clots. Meanwhile, the search for the shooter continues this morning. Witnesses describe him as a black male around 6 feet tall, 130 pounds, with shoulder-length dreadlocks and tattoos on his left arm. If you recognize that description, contact the Mobile County Sheriff's Office. And new on Fox 10 Midday, Mobile police arresting this man, 69-year-old Jimmy Bell Jr. MPD says Bell hit another man with a metal pipe during an argument yesterday morning around 9:30 in the area of Donald Street and Wagner Street. Investigators say the victim was treated for his injuries at the hospital. Bell is now charged with second-degree assault. And Mobile police also arresting this man, Perot Madison. Investigators tell us Madison and another man got into an argument. During the feud, Madison struck the victim with a metal object. MPD says this all happened in the 1400 block of Brook Avenue. The victim was treated for his injuries, and Madison is now charged with second-degree assault. After thousands of votes, the city of Mobile has unveiled the new name for its public transit system. Second Line Transit was chosen as the new name, beating out MOGO by over 200 votes. 1,575 to 1,258 votes. Now, the city says Second Line Transit is an homage to the long-standing Mardi Gras traditions that are woven into Mobile's cultural fabric. The name also reflects a commitment to community-centered public transit, ensuring the city's public transportation system is built around the citizens it serves. The new brand will debut alongside a fully redesigned public transit system in July of this year. Iran makes a counteroffer on its nuclear program as the U.S. ramps up its blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. Fox News correspondent Trey Yangst has more now from Tel Aviv.
Tensions are growing in the Strait of Hormuz, where the U.S. naval blockade is now covering all Iranian ports. And as demining efforts ramp up, President Trump is warning Iran's Navy to stay clear, or they'll be, quote, eliminated. The Pentagon is now surging naval forces in the region, including a third carrier strike group, the USS George Bush. Experts say they'll be needed if Iranian ships try to run the blockade.
The tempo at which they would have to be searched and inspected would be quite substantial. The number of ships needed for it would be quite considerable.
It comes as diplomatic efforts are intensifying. Iran is reportedly offering a 5-year pause on its nuclear program, while President Trump is demanding a 20-year freeze. The White House now hoping the combined economic and military pressure from the blockade will force the regime to reconsider.
They're going to have to understand they're not playing with a full deck of cards right now. They don't have any of the advantages.
But on Capitol Hill, Democrats are pushing a new war powers resolution that could limit the president's options. They claim the best way to contain Iran's nuclear program is returning to the original deal signed by President Obama.
Under no circumstances will Iran ever seek, develop, or acquire any nuclear weapons. He had that deal, and he tore it up, and now American troops are being killed as a result.
Iran says the next round of talks is expected to take place later this week or early next week, with diplomats hoping to extend the ceasefire. In Tel Aviv, Trey Yangst, Fox News.
And meanwhile, Qatar is calling for the immediate resumption of maritime activity through the Strait of Hormuz. Qatar's foreign ministry made the comments this morning at a news conference, adding they don't accept any pre-imposed conditions for the strait's reopening. And Pope Leo making a pilgrimage to a historic archaeological site during his visit to Algeria. The pontiff followed the footsteps of his spiritual father, St. Augustine, today, visiting the ruins where the 5th century titan of early Christianity lived, died, and wrote some of the most important works in Western thought. Leo's visit to Annaba, the modern-day location of the ancient Roman city of Hippo, is being called a spiritual homecoming for the American Pope. Pope Leo proclaimed himself a son of St. Augustine on the night of his election, making clear that he's the guiding inspiration of Leo's pontificate. And following allegations of sexual assault and sexual misconduct, Congressman Eric Swalwell says he is leaving Congress. Swalwell was one of the leading Democratic candidates in the California governor's race before he dropped out on Sunday. Swalwell was facing bipartisan calls for an expulsion vote over the allegations, as is Republican Congressman Tony Gonzalez of Texas, who admitted to having an affair with a staffer who later took her own life. In a Monday statement, Gonzalez said he would file his retirement when Congress returns to Washington today.
People who are in positions of power and authority over others need to be held accountable when they take advantage of that position. And frankly, I'm glad that he'll be gone.
If you cross a moral line, you should not be able to have the privilege of representing people in Congress or at any elected body.
Despite their announcements, it's unclear when Swalwell and Gonzalez will leave Congress. Two other House members, Republican Corey Mills and Democrat Sheila Sherfilis McCormick, both from Florida, are also facing bipartisan calls for expulsion votes over ethics allegations. Well, back here home, Alabama's primary election is 4 weeks away. 7 candidates are vying for the state's first congressional district seat. And this Thursday, you can hear directly from all of them. Fox 10 News, along with our sister stations WTVY News 4 and WSFA 12 News, are teaming up to bring you the Decision 2026 Political Forum, which we will be streaming live this Thursday night at 6:30. Fox 10's Lenise Lagan will be one of the moderators, asking the candidates questions about issues that matter most to the community. You can catch it all on the Fox 10 News app, our website, or of course the Fox 10 News Gulfstream TV app, available for you on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. 11:09 now, still to come on Fox 10 Midday. Human trafficking continues to grow all across the country and here along the Gulf Coast. Up next, some residents got some tips on how to spot human trafficking and what to do in case they come across it. But before we go, Matt, a terrific Tuesday in the can for us.
Yeah, it's looking absolutely fantastic for us here across here. I mean, it's hard to can't argue with this one today. I mean, look at this. Beautiful conditions in Atmore. A little warm, getting up towards the mid-80s here, but low humidity, lots of sunshine, feeling pretty good out there. What a pretty day that we have for our Tuesday. A lot more on your forecast coming up.
Welcome back. We want you to stop what you are doing right now and take a good look at your screen here. This is 15-year-old Adriana Hernandez. Authorities say she was last seen a week ago near the 6400 block of Bruce Lane in Milton. We're told she might have a reddish-brown tint in her hair. Adriana is about 5 feet tall and weighs about 130 pounds. Investigators say they believe she may have traveled to Georgia. If you have any information about where she could be, please call 911 right away or the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office. Human trafficking continues to be a growing concern all across the country, and that includes right here on the Gulf Coast. Today, community members in Baldwin County had a chance to learn more about the issue and what's being done to stop it. Fox 10's Stephen Moody joins us live in Foley with more. Stephen, good morning. What can you tell us?
Yeah, hey, that event just actually started in the last hour or so, and it's going on right behind me inside of St. Paul's Episcopal Church here in Foley. And this is an event that is helping to shine the light on an issue that's affecting communities both locally and nationwide. Now, today, Carolyn Potter, CEO of Well House, she is inside as the guest speaker at a meeting being held here by the Episcopal Church Women of St. Paul's Episcopal Church. Well House is Alabama's first residential home providing safety and recovery services for minors who are victims of human trafficking. She also serves as the lead service provider for the Alabama Attorney General's Anti-Human Trafficking Alliance, and she's discussing the work that she does to protect victims here in the state. Now, human trafficking is considered one of the fastest growing crimes in the United States, affecting thousands of victims each year. With many cases involve minors, trafficking can happen in both urban and rural areas, often hiding in plain sight. And that's why they wanted to start the discussion here in this community, and they're glad that the community showed up like they did.
It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful that the community is interested, because it is such an important topic at this time in our lives.
And we'll have the full story coming up later on tonight. We're actually going to go back inside and continue listening to the discussion. Reporting live this morning here in Foley, Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
All right, here's a live shot from Wolf Bay. Of course, this is the Osprey cam, and looks like the Osprey is up there doing its thing, getting ready to get those eggs going. So we got a beautiful, look how beautiful it is down there as well. What a nice. Now, she's got a nice little perch up there, doesn't she? Beautiful sight. All right, so let's go ahead and check out your beach forecast. We got a medium or moderate risk of rip currents here throughout the week. Temperatures are in the upper 70s, so near 80 degrees. Beautiful conditions here at our beach. It's certainly a lot better than last week when we had high rip current risk every single day. This week, it's going to be better here for the beachgoers and the spring breakers, so really pleasant weather. Of course, you never turn your back here on the Gulf. We still have yellow flags, and be careful. And from time to time, we get purple flags. I don't think we have them up today. We did have them a couple days ago, and they're for the man-o'-wars. So some of these are out there. They look like little aliens down there on the sand, and you don't want to fool with them, though. They have very long tentacles that sometimes get kind of buried in the sand. You can't really see them. And then, of course, if you step on one of those, that's not fun. So try to stay away from them. Here's your current conditions right now: 78 in Mobile, 76 in Pensacola. It is a nice, once again, beautiful looking as we head towards our lunchtime hour. I was mentioning it earlier. Great conditions if you want to go have some lunch outside and find some outdoor seating. We've got low humidity, so our dew points are low across Alabama and the panhandle of Florida. You see all the brown there. That's the lower humidity. It's a little bit higher to the west of us, but we got the lower humidity here. That keeps things feeling very comfortable, even as it warms up. And we're in the low 80s today, so it's going to be a warm day. But because the low humidity, it'll feel pretty comfortable outside even in the middle of the afternoon. Once again, a lot of sunshine, hardly even any clouds, certainly no rain today. Once again here for us on our Tuesday. This evening, very comfortable here as well. Looking really nice to go into the evening hours, so you got something to do after work, you'll find good conditions there. And of course, once again, this is why we have an area of high pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere. 18,000 feet above our head, this dome of high pressure. So there's a big dome here in the atmosphere. And what that does, it kind of acts like a mountain. And as systems come down from the northwest, as they do, they get bounced back up to the north. They can't go over this area of high pressure. They have to bounce to the north, and that keeps us dry. And that's why this pattern just keeps kind of going, repeating itself. And that's why we can't seem to get ourselves out of this drought. And we have a severe drought for most of the area, extreme drought for parts of the area up I-65. And this isn't going to get any better anytime soon, unfortunately. I mean, we got beautiful days ahead. I don't want to complain about weather that looks like this. I mean, it's going to be awesome the next few days, but the lack of rain is hurting us, and we've only got a 20% chance there on Thursday. And as we look down the line here on the 7-day forecast going into the next weekend, it's going to be nice. Once again, very pleasant conditions, but only, once again, a couple chances of some showers here over the next 7 days, and they're really low chances. So once again, we just got to we're going to have to wait this out. We're not going to see any drought busters anytime soon.
All right, Matt, thank you. Well, the Carnival Spirit has left Mobile for the final time this season. And while it's gone, city officials are looking to make some improvements to the cruise terminal to go ahead and get it ready for the new ship coming next year. Morning anchor Sarah Wall is looking at the proposed plan for the terminal, what the city is expecting from a new and even bigger ship, and how this all could impact you. In Depth with Sarah Wall, Cruise Terminal Improvements is available right now on the Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app. And we are going to take a look at the Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app right now. Again, this is a completely free app. You open it up right here. We're just using our Roku remote today. And you've got instant access to local news, live weather updates, and so much more all in one place. And right here on the homepage, you can simply jump straight into our live broadcast. You see Matt from just a second ago. And you can scroll through our different categories. You see right here we have weather, news, In Depth with Sarah Wall. We mentioned the Carnival Spirit segment just a few moments ago. We also have a lot of specialty content that you can't necessarily catch on our live TV broadcast, like Unwritten Legends of the Gulf Coast, Investigate TV Plus. We have our Gray TV documentaries. There is truly something for everyone. You could spend hours on this app, but the great news, it's all in one place. It's organized, clean, and really easy to navigate. You'll notice that all these headlines are updated every single day, so our newest segments will be at the top of the page here. Whether you've got a few minutes or you want to sit down and catch up, it's all right here. One of the best parts about this app is you can check out the forecast anywhere, anytime. Our team of meteorologists dives deeper into certain topics that you might want to know about. As you know, living here on the Gulf Coast, you know just how quickly the weather can change. So having this right at your fingertips is a game changer. If you haven't already, go ahead and download the Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app during this next commercial break. Again, it's free, it's easy, and keeps you connected wherever you are.
We're hearing from the Navy team who helped recover the Artemis II crew after their successful splashdown last week. I'm Alex Hogan with more on what the sailors had to say coming up.
Welcome back into Fox 10 Midday. The U.S. Navy successfully recovered the Artemis II crew and their Orion capsule in the Pacific Ocean after it completed its 10-day mission around the moon. And now the Navy team is reacting to being part of such a historic moment. Fox News correspondent Alex Hogan has more.
As the Artemis II crew ended their lunar mission and landed safely in the Pacific Ocean, the U.S. Navy was just starting theirs. Recovering the 4 astronauts was a highly coordinated multi-team effort. It included Navy corpsmen, doctors, and divers from the Explosive Ordnance Disposal Group 1.
Yes! Let's go! When we first opened the capsule, we heard a lot of screaming, but you could immediately tell that everything was fine, and it was screams of joy.
The team sailed about a mile into the ocean to stabilize and open the capsule, assess the astronauts, and get them back to the waiting USS John P. Murtha.
It was just pure joy. Like, as soon as we popped it, and all of us were cheering and just so happy. It was almost indescribable moment, I would say.
The first thing that we were checking is that they were in good condition, and they were. They were smiling and they were happy. So their overall health.
The historic moment was not lost on the sailors who have been training since 2013 for this exact occasion.
We're extremely proud of the mission accomplishments. We couldn't have done it without our fellow Navy team, the NASA team. We're just a small part in this whole organization and super proud to be a part of history.
The capsule is being inspected in San Diego. When the checks are complete, it will make its journey back to the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. In Washington, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
Yeah, what an incredible journey we've been able to follow for the past couple of weeks. It's 11:25 now on your Tuesday. Straight ahead, a new entrepreneurial Shades of Grey podcast is dropping very soon. We have a full preview for you. Plus, wholesale prices rise. That story and much more in your business headlines. But first, let's check in with Matt.
Yeah, and let's check in on our cat nap forecast here on your Tuesday. We got Grayson helping us out, all curled up and trying to get some rest. Beautiful afternoon. Take a nap, I guess. It's in the low 80s. Lots of sunshine. What a pretty day we got for us. A lot more in your forecast straight ahead here on Good Day Gulf Coast at midday.
On the next Investigate TV Plus, a lapse in federal funds means research into traumatic brain injuries is on hold, and survivors worry the services they depend on may disappear.
These programs mean a lot to people like me, to the people behind me, and we need assistance past the initial injury.
We examine the issue that affects a growing number of Americans and follow the push on Capitol Hill to restore critical research funding.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Midday.
Welcome back into the studio. It's time now for your half-hour headlines on this Tuesday. First, the City of Mobile and the County Commission have been fighting for 8 months over higher rent at Government Plaza. The city has been paying rent at the old rate while negotiating a new deal with the county over Government Plaza. Both sides are zeroing in on soaring insurance costs to close the gap. And we're told that insurance for Government Plaza is now more than 5 times what it was in fiscal year 2019, driving a 56% jump in overall costs to maintain the building. Mobile Mayor Spiro Cheragata says talks with the County Commission are on pause while the county explores ways to bring those premiums back down. And the Fairhope City Council members tabled a vote on new rules targeting reckless e-bike and scooter riding. The city says it's trying to stop dangerous behavior like wheelies, speeding, and riding through crowded pedestrian areas, calling it a growing problem. The proposed ordinance would let officers issue fines for riding against traffic, failing to yield, or operating unsafely, and even allow police to confiscate e-bikes or scooters if they're being used in a dangerous way. The council is expected to take it up again next week, and we'll keep you updated on this story. Finally, new lighting poles and security cameras are on the way to portions of the 3 Mile Creek Greenway Trail and the Charles Wood Japanese Garden. During this time, you might notice construction crews, utility vehicles, and equipment located by the trail. Sections might have narrowed pathways and clearly marked detours. We're told the upgraded lighting will provide a safer, more enjoyable experience. And in the business world on this Tuesday, mall biz sentiment drops. Big bank earnings are in full swing, and personal sermons are now available on your phone. Fox's CJ Papa has those stories in today's Fox Business Briefs.
Small business sentiment declined in March to an 11-month low. The National Federation of Independent Business says its optimism index dropped 3 points to 95.8, the lowest level since April of last year. The group's chief economist, Bill Dunkelberg, says the 20% small business deduction and other supportive changes in the Working Families Tax Cut Act were overshadowed by the dramatic spike in oil prices. Prices at the wholesale level jumped last month, but not as much as expected. The Producer Price Index rose 0.5% from February to March, and for the year ending in March, it was up 4%. Albertson says its sales rose 0.7% in the recent quarter, helped by its pharmacy business. Digital sales, online shopping rose 16%. JP Morgan Chase earnings rose in the recent quarter and topped expectations. CEO Jamie Dimon says the broader economy is in good shape, but a complex set of risks, including geopolitical tensions, high energy prices, and high fiscal deficits, are creating uncertainty. And people are looking for ways to chat with other important figures in their lives, even religious figures, including Jesus Christ and Buddha. One company called Just Like Me offers customers the opportunity to have video calls with AI Jesus for $1.99 per minute. The bot offers words of prayer and encouragement in multiple languages. CJ Papa, Fox News.
Well, new today, the world's busiest airport rankings for 2025 are out, and Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport is still on top. According to preliminary figures by Airports Council International, Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport saw 106.3 million passengers just last year. Dubai International Airport held on to the #2 slot for the third year in a row. Tokyo's Haneda Airport jumped up one slot to take third, busiest in 2025, while Dallas-Fort Worth and Shanghai Pudong rounded out the top 5. Atlanta's airport was held the world's busiest airport title for 27 of the last 28 years. It slipped, though, in 2020 when air travel plummeted during the start of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Hey there, folks. Once again, that's a live look down in Gulf Shores, and it's real pretty down there. So nice conditions to get going here. If you want to head on outside, maybe do some lunch here today at a nice outdoor cafe, why not? I mean, look at that site right now. Our Eastern Shore Toyota Camera Network looking fantastic in downtown Mobile. Just a beautiful day, 76 degrees. Absolutely awesome. If you got some things you got to get done here this afternoon, or like I said, maybe you can go have some lunch here at a nice outdoor seating. Temperatures in the 70s all the way around, so very comfortable. A lot of sunshine, really doing quite well. Doing quite well down at the beaches too. We've had high rip current risk all last week, but this week we got more of a medium rip current risk, and that's going to give us yellow flags instead of red flags for the most part. Of course, when you get to the beach, you always check when you're walking out there for that beach flag at that beach you're going to. Always make sure to check it because they can change them for local conditions. Back to the satellite radar, it is all good. Just a few clouds around, no rain anywhere nearby, which isn't all good. We need some rain. We need a day or two where we get some good showers and some heavy rain, all that kind of thing. But right now, we just continue with the beautiful weather. It's hard to complain about it, but we need some rain. And here we go this afternoon, basically perfect. A lot of sunshine, low humidity, warm temperatures. Once again, just really fantastic out there for us this afternoon. This evening is going to be really pleasant as well. So if you got to get out there, maybe just get a walk in after dinner or something like that. Why not? It's looking good. Temperatures there will be in the 70s around sunset. Underlying all this beautiful weather is a problem, and that problem, of course, is the total lack of rainfall. I mean, we have a better than 10-inch rainfall deficit, and it is still early April. That is terrible, and that is why things are so dry. We have wildfire issues, dust issues, so not helping out with allergies. And of course, if you try to plant anything in your yard, you've got to keep watering it. Otherwise, you're going to lose it because they're not getting enough rain out there to keep those things going. As we look over the next week, we're not going to break this up, this drought. The drought is just going to get deeper. We have a couple of rain chances, but they're obviously they're not good ones. They're only 20%, which means isolated chance to rain on Thursday and on Sunday. And I'm probably being a little optimistic, even giving them 20%. So it's not good as far as rainfall is concerned. Even looking farther down the line, I mean, this is a 10-day forecast, so a full week and a half out. This takes us really deep into April. Shows us basically about nothing. Even going into that following week, I don't see any real good rain chances until I think maybe as we get into that following weekend, the malls are starting to show some hints, and you'll kind of see that here from the Climate Prediction Center. Obviously, we can't get into any real detail that far out because this goes all the way out to April 28th, guys, and it's April 14th. So we're talking a full 2 weeks out. And we have a chance at some rain then at that point, though. So we'll see how it works out. But we're having to look pretty far out to try to find any hope of showers.
All right, thanks, Matt. This week on Entrepreneurial Shades of Gray, what started with one truck and one cutting season has now grown into a 30-plus employee business for Matt Garner. After nearly a decade in corporate leadership, he walked away to start Garner Lawn and Construction from scratch. Now, with multiple crews and major contracts, he's sharing what it really takes to build something from the ground up. New episodes of Entrepreneurial Shades of Gray drop every Wednesday. You can watch on fox10tv.com under the podcast tab, on Fox 10's YouTube channel, and of course, the Fox 10 News Gulfstream app. Audio versions are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. And just a reminder for you this morning, if you want a check of the weather or if you miss any part of the newscast today, you can pull it up anytime on the free Fox 10 Gulfstream app. Watch our original content like Unwritten Legends, In Depth with Sarah Wall series, We the People segments, and so much more. Simply search for the Fox 10 Gulfstream app on your smart TV, Roku, Fire, or Apple TV and download it completely for free. Well, the U.S. is gaining significant ground in the fight against opioid addiction. A new study found long-term opioid prescriptions fell by nearly a 25% between 2015 and 2023. The dramatic decline reflects people on active long-term opioid treatment defined as 90 days or longer. Researchers analyzed a database that records over 90% of all American retail pharmacy prescriptions. The study also noted the average patient receiving long-term opioid therapy rose from age 53 in 2015 to almost 61 in 2023. Experts say the findings indicate a pressing need to develop better ways to treat pain. Those full findings appear in JAMA, the Journal of the American Medical Association. And listen to this. New research says fluoride in drinking water has no effect on intelligence or brain function. The research, published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, tested Wisconsin residents from the 1950s to present day who took fluoride to study short-term effects of water fluoridation on cognition in adolescence. The team conducting the study said they found no difference at any stage of life between those who used water fluoridation growing up and those who didn't. These findings align with the belief of many public health groups, including the American Dental Association and the CDC, who have praised water fluoridation for its ability to fight against cavities and tooth decay. And happening today, Ascension Sacred Heart officially opens the new freestanding emergency department in Pace, Florida. This new facility brings expanded access to high-quality emergency care. The roughly 11,000 square foot ER will include 2 triage areas, 1 trauma room, 10 treatment spaces, an on-site lab, x-ray, and ultrasound capabilities. This will be operated jointly by Sacred Heart Pensacola and Studer Family Children's Hospital at Ascension Sacred Heart. New safeguards are being put in place for student athletes in Florida. Starting July 1st, the state will require ECG heart screenings for high school students to detect hidden heart conditions before they participate in school sports. This comes after the Second Chance Act was passed unanimously by the Florida legislature, will require first-time high school student athletes to get an ECG heart screening before playing school sports starting next school year. The goal is to catch hidden heart conditions that could put young athletes at risk during physical activity. Well, St. Paul's baseball took down Fairhope in a cross-class showdown. The 5A Saints beat the 7A Pirates 2-0 in a pitcher's duel last night in Mobile. The difference came in the second inning. Sims Brown drove in a run with a single, and John Stowers added another as the Saints capitalized early on. From there, it's all about the arms. 4 St. Paul's pitchers combined for the shutout, holding Fairhope to just 4 hits, with Ross Delaney picking up the win. The Pirates got hits from Charlie Patterson, Lance Wade, Ethan Robertson, and Declan King, but could not find timely offense. Saints head coach Andy Robbins said this was a great matchup to prepare both teams for postseason play.
This was huge for us because, he threw his guys like we did, a couple innings apiece, and we did that with our guys because we have a big area series with Mobile Christian this weekend, and he does as well. So this was a good game for both of us. They do a really good job, well coached, really good defense. The pitchers do well, and every time we play each other, it's a good game like this.
Fairhope will take on Robertsdale in a series beginning tonight at 5:30 p.m., while St. Paul's will travel to Mobile Christian for a 3-game series starting Thursday at 4. Coming up, Meta building AI clone of Mark Zuckerberg. We have that story for you. Plus, Roblox is creating age-based accounts for users. Find out the details in your Midday Talkers right after this. Welcome back into Fox 10 Midday. Roblox has announced some updates to its popular online gaming platform to improve safety for younger users. Starting in June, Roblox plans to roll out new age-based accounts for users under 16. Roblox Kids will be automatically assigned to users age 5 to 8, which will disable messaging and censor content. Roblox Select will be automatically assigned to users 9 to 15, which will gradually introduce messaging and allow content with a moderate label. Both will have a distinct background color to indicate the type of account. Roblox says these changes will bring account-level defaults, content ratings, ongoing moderation, and of course expanded parental controls. Users 16 and up won't see any changes. The announcement comes amid a growing number of lawsuits that allege Roblox failed to protect young users from inappropriate content. And a new report suggests the co-founder of some of the world's most influential social media platforms may soon have his own duplicate. A Financial Times report says Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, will soon have a virtual version of himself. The AI 3D version of Zuckerberg is reportedly being trained to recreate his mannerisms and tone. The company hopes the clone will also be able to offer advice for Meta staffers. The report says that Zuckerberg is involved in building out his AI doppelganger. And according to the report, the purpose of the move is to have company employees feel just a little more connected to the CEO. But it's not clear when the AI clone of Zuckerberg will officially debut. It's time to return to the MasterChef kitchen this week for a 16th season with a global theme. We join the judges on set for a preview of what's coming up on this World Cup-inspired competition. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
This is MasterChef Global Gauntlet.
Fox's MasterChef cooks up a global gauntlet theme for season 16, timed to the World Cup. We caught up with Gordon Ramsay, Joe Bastianich, and Tiffany Derry in Toronto as they filmed.
This year, the World Cup's the biggest World Cup ever, 48 different countries. So season 16, we split into 4 incredible territories. The Americas, which is covering South America, North America, and throughout the Baja, Mexico. Then you got the Asia Pacific, which is, just that incredible fragrance. And then the Europeans, which is incredible. Then Africa. South and North Africa, and so think of that melting pot.
The judges feel viewers can expand their palates as they tune in.
I think this absolutely will leave everyone with the idea of wait, what kind of food, what cuisine, where can I go try it? Because it's not your normal things. The thing is that, yes, everyone may live in the U.S., but everyone is from somewhere else.
With FIFA this year, we're really celebrating the great melting pot of cultures that America is in their food and their cultures and their traditions.
The trio expand on their own culinary experience when on location.
When I'm not filming, I try to eat out at whatever city we're in and really take in the local culture.
There's a lot of great Italian restaurants, and also I'm discovering a great city for ethnic food. I had some great Thai, some great Vietnamese, went to a great steakhouse.
Join them to dive into the dishes of audition rounds when MasterChef returns Wednesday on Fox.
Who's got the potential, who's a good pupil, who has an incredible background, and who can really focus on their ethnicity and bring that to light.
Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Well, documents from the National Archives officially arrived in California as part of a traveling exhibit. It features rare, original founding-era documents that are usually displayed at the National Archives. The tour is all a part of the country's 250th birthday celebration being held throughout this year. And the documents include the Treaty of Paris, a rare draft printing of the Constitution, and an 1823 engraving of the Declaration of Independence. The documents will be at the University of Southern California Fisher Museum of Art until May 3rd. Matt, a great way to honor the 250th anniversary there. Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool there. Not so cool here on the Gulf Coast. Got a warm day going for us. But it's beautiful out there and got great weather. Look at that shot from the Eastern Shore Toyota Camera Network down on the east end of Dauphin Island. Of course, we're looking out from the Sea Lab over Billy Goat Hole. And look at all the cars down there. Folks are out there enjoying some beautiful weather down there at the Sea Lab and on the east end of Dauphin Island. It is just absolutely fantastic today. More on your forecast coming up right here on Fox 10 Midday.
Back, a police dog used its nose to bring a search for a missing little girl to a swift end when it showed up and used her shoes to pick up the trail in just minutes. Jeremy Roth has this story in today's Take a Look at This.
Watch a keen-nosed Colorado canine locate a missing girl just minutes after arriving to help. Arapahoe County Sheriff's officials were called to a neighborhood by a panicked mother who had been separated from her 7-year-old at a local park for nearly 2 hours. No sooner than sheriff's deputies started the search, they put their canine Rex to work using the girl's shoes for a scent. The department says within 12 minutes, the dog picked up the trail and the girl was soon located, leading deputies on a short chase. She was okay, albeit a little shaken up, but was calmed down thanks again to Rex.
She would like to pet Rex,
who soothed the situation with some friendly puppy love.
He's a nice puppy, huh? He helped us find you.
You know, very good dogs deserve very good treats, and one Michigan neighborhood is now sporting a community toy and treat box stocked with knickknacks and nummies for dogs on the go.
There's about 20, 30 dogs always walk past our house, so we're like, hey, what can we do to help?
Warren resident Trisha Rowe built the Doggy Stick Stop, a twist on the popular Little Lending Library idea, but instead packed with dog toys, tennis balls, treats, and poop bags. Locals are loving the idea so much, the Stick Stop now has goodies donated from local businesses. People helping people, and poochies. Well, hot dog. Finally, treats are no more for this gorilla in Germany, but not because she's a bad girl, it's because she's a golden girl. Fatu, the world's oldest gorilla in human care, just celebrated her 69th birthday at the Berlin Zoo. She now gets her own private quarters away from the rest of the pack, but also, due to sugar restrictions, has had to give up fruit from her diet. And she doesn't exactly look thrilled about it. Oh good, more vegetables. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Huge happy birthday to her for sure. We talked a little bit about her on Fox 10 Live yesterday, and she's been on the newscast a few times, Matt. This gorilla, so a huge happy birthday to her. Celebrating with vegetables, a very healthy birthday.
Yeah, looking really nice there. It's a beautiful day here for us across the Gulf Coast. Hopefully,
no complaints.
Oh yeah, folks, get out, take advantage of it, enjoy some of the beautiful weather that we got going. Here's a live shot here from the USS Alabama. Look at that, just absolutely gorgeous, wonderful weather out there. If you're about to go out, maybe have some lunch, I would suggest trying to find some outdoor seating. I mean, it's in the mid-70s right now. I mean, can't beat that. Beautiful conditions here for us all across the area. You can see Northwest Florida, we're looking at already got an 80 there in Milton, 70s otherwise. Just really, really nice, clear skies, lots of sunshine. It is going to stay really, really pleasant here the rest of the day, going into tomorrow and rest of the week as well. I mean, look at that, just a beautiful day. Upper 70s, right around 80 degrees for highs today. So just fantastic. I mean, once again, I mean, it's real beautiful. I mean, it's hard to complain about it, but we obviously need some rain, and we're not really going to have many opportunities of that for the next few days. Thursday, we do have a very small rain chance there, so I don't know. I mean, I'm looking 2 weeks out in the forecast, Ashland, trying to find some hope for some decent rain. Wow. It's just tough. Yeah. And so, I know, folks, if you got, you know, watch out if you don't burn anything right now. I was about to say, if you got a pile of leaves in the yard, don't burn anything at this point. And, you know, do your best with your yard. You're going to have to keep watering things, especially anything you've planted recently. And if you get out there and try to mow your yard or do some weed whacking, anything like that, you're likely going to need to wear a mask because of all the dust that you're going to kick up here. So just be careful out there. You know, all we can do is wait it out. That's all we can do, and enjoy the nice weather while we have it. I mean, it's still really pretty. So like I said, it's hard to complain.
Yeah, the dry air is what's really getting me. I've had to take a lot of allergy medicine lately, so just be careful out there. We can get through the next couple of weeks for sure.
On the daily.
Yes, we want to thank you for watching Fox 10 Midday. Great day to get outside, maybe play some pickleball, play some golf like you did yesterday. We will see you on Fox 10 Live at 3, leaving you with a live look at the beach.